Tired of financial headaches? Are late nights spent balancing books instead of building your business? You need Labora Lee Bookkeeping. We take the stress out of your finances. Labora Lee Bookkeeping offers expert solutions for all your needs: precise bookkeeping, efficient payroll, and comprehensive tax preparation. We empower small businesses with accurate financial insights, helping them make smart decisions and achieve greater profitability. Stop stressing and start succeeding. Contact Labora Lee Bookkeeping today for a free financial assessment. That's Labora Lee Bookkeeping. Get back to business.
Ambitiously, the podcast, live every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Dive into the latest in trending topics, adult taboo conversations, and music. Tune in. Ambitiously Radio, where the culture will always live. 24/7 broadcasting. www.ambitiouslyent.com/radio.
Is your business's sound as unique as your brand? Find out how Ambitiously Entertainment can help you create the perfect atmosphere.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this video and on the Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of our and Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. TVMA, viewer discretion is advised. All commentary is alleged.
Welcome. welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee Woo. And
you have now tuned in to Ambitiously the Podcast.
Listen, you have tuned in. We got some things to talk about. But first, let's talk about today being Media Monday. We are on the GAB beat. We are going to say some things maybe not everybody approves of. We're going to talk about some things that maybe you care about, maybe you do not, but we're going to talk about it. We on this GAB beat, and this Media Monday is a bit interesting actually. So I got some things I want to talk about, but before I get into those things, let me get into this thing. Um, Join the conversation. You could do that by calling the number 443-551-5963. 443-551-5963. Um, Listen, if you call in, you'll be live on air. You can also send a text message to that same number, which will be read on air. And if you drop a comment, that will be on the screen and also read out loud live on air. And that's that. There are, I'm saying this a lot lately because I want people to know, a lot of ways to get in contact with me, right? There are a lot, many, 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 many ways to get in contact with me. Pick one. Pick pick one. Pick one. Or you can choose contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Or you can email us at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Either one, I check them both. Okay? On a regular basis. And I also need y'all to do something though. What I need y'all to do for me is like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, every subscription that we can get. We greatly appreciate those in advance. Thank you. And that's that. Let's see what else we need to say. Um, if you want to support monetarily, you could do so by hitting the Cash App. Remember, it's a capital A, $ ambitiouslyent.com. $ambitiouslyent. Why do I keep adding .com? I do this every night, so just get over it. Or you can Venmo us at ambitiouslyent. At ambitiouslyent. I do this every night, and I just can't stop it. And it's probably because I'm about to say this, which is check out our website, ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And while you're over there, join our coffee community. I'll tell you why a little later because we got things to discuss. But yeah, do that while you're over there. Okay? Okay. Let me put this back on the screen real quick though. I like that being on the screen and I like this being on the screen. These two things. Okay? Oh, I like that. The date and time is on there. That's cute. Anyway, so here's the thing, right? I've been thinking about it. I've been sitting on this one for a couple of days. And what I've come up with in my head, I don't know, but I can't speak for everybody, just my head, is that this game, the music industry is not for everybody. The film industry is not for everybody. Yet everybody wants it. Everybody wants a piece. And I've been thinking about that long and hard. Like, everybody wants a piece. And then when they get the piece, it can turn them into madmen in different ways. In different ways. Like, this no exact same. Sometimes it is though, but there are different ways for people to go crazy when it comes down to this industry game. And one of them I kind of saw coming. I'm not gonna lie, because of the antics that he was using in his quest to be famous, and that is Little Nas X. Um, child, child. Okay, that is Little Nas X. Little Nas X, I do not know. I cannot say why, what happened to lead him in this direction, but I can say this. Um, the game has got it's got a hold on him right now. And I don't know if perhaps he's able to get out of this situation, so to speak. Listen, let me get to it. I'm gonna move into it. I don't know how he can get out other than somebody wrapping their arms around him and loving him. I don't know if there's a, I don't know. But the reason why I'm speaking of him is because recently, more recent, he was caught on LA streets first in his tidy whities and his cowboy boots. But now we're getting more information about the situation. Then he was butt naked, and then the taser was used on him, and he was arrested. Uh, um, I don't follow him personally. I don't really like the young man because there's a lot of things that I just can't mess with, like the video production. I'm not really a fan of. Not so much a fan of his music. Um, Definitely not a fan of the whole sneaker situation with the human blood in it. I mean, his blood, the human blood. I don't know what kind of blood it was, but I'm just not a fan of that kind of stuff. So I would never gravitate towards something like that. But because of those things that I just mentioned, that list that I just gave you of why I don't rock with him, is why I'm saying that this game ain't for everybody. All of those antics were so he could maintain and stay famous, even coming out with his sexuality, which nobody gave. Like, if you make good music, you make good music. Everything was a ploy. Everything was for him to try to remain famous. And now look at him. The fame has gotten him. It has a strong hold on him, and so strong that I even feel like there may be some substances involved. I don't know. This is alleged. That's why I do the disclaimer at the beginning of the show. But I feel like it just because of the actions that were displayed that night. Um, Child, it's sad. It's real, really, 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 really sad. I'm leaving that for last because I have some things to add to that. So not yet. But it's sad. It is sad. I've seen some people do some things, but never to that extent to be famous. And that's that. Let's get to this young Dolph situation. It's a certain way that I want this to go, but we're gonna get to it. So let's get to this young Dolph situation. Um, so the man accused of assisting young Dolph, in young Dolph's demise, found not guilty. Let's get into it. So, hold on, jeez, I hate commercial. But anyway, Hernandez Govan, the man accused of helping facilitate young Dolph's November 2021 demise, was just found not guilty. This was the other day, by the way. This was the other day, by the way. Um, he was found not guilty in court. On Thursday, the jury reached a verdict. So it was a jury of his peers. Nearly 4 years after the superstar was taken out, in Memphis, in his hometown in Memphis, finding Govan not guilty of first degree hit and conspiracy to commit a hit. So they saying that he's not guilty. He ain't had nothing to do with it. The trial included testimonies from multiple law enforcement agencies, witnesses, as prosecutors attempted to prove the text messages show Govan orchestrated the hit, although he did not actually fire the deadly heat. Let's just say that deadly heat. Um, Ultimately, it appears that the jury did not buy the prosecutor's theory that Govan was behind the hit beyond a reasonable doubt, and acquitted him of all charges. So the following verdict Govan and his attorneys expressed outrage that the case was sent to trial in the first place. Govan also stated that he plans to permanently exit Memphis for his own safety. Yeah, because they found you not guilty in a court of law, but when it comes to the street game, I don't know about that one too much. I don't know. So that's a wise decision. Congrats to you, Go. I mean, well, not congrats. Well, I don't know because I don't know if he really had anything to do with it. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know, but he's not guilty. That's what they're saying. And they let him go, and he has made the decision to get out of Memphis because I feel like he feels like he can't. His life is going to be in danger. Okay, so let's keep it moving because I got more to talk about. Hip hop is in a crazy state right now, but I like it. It's almost like, you know how they say history repeats itself, or like trends always come back in style. Like bell bottoms were a thing, and then they're coming back. That type of situation. I feel like that's happening in hip hop, and we need the resurgence. We need it. There's a lot of whack stuff going on out here in these hip hop streets. So I'm kind of happy with how everything is working itself out. Um, as well, you don't know, but I'll tell you, I consider myself a hip hop purist. So I don't like everybody, right? I don't like I don't like everybody. I just don't. But there are some superb artists out there, and I love them. Um, But every now and again, you get an artist that he could be doper than what he is, but he wastes his time doing other stuff that he should not be doing because he should be focused on business and his career and situation at hand and not blaming it on everybody else why you're not successful. But I digress. So one of those artists that I feel that way about goes by the moniker of Consequence. So he recently crashed out on Pusha T on Hot 97 not too long ago. I think we spoke about that by exposing contracting messages about his stance on Kanye West, and that appears to be just the tip of the iceberg because he's heading to the booth. So I guess he gonna have some beef with Pusha T now, which is crazy work. But anyway, Pusha T. This is what Consequence posted on X, and I quote: "Pusha T is a liar with no integrity. How do you tell the world that you don't respect Ye when you apologize to him for dragging him into the Drake beef?" Oh gosh. Consequence, really? Clearly you stabbed that man in the back for clout. And for you slow MFers, because I don't know, I don't know if I can say the words right. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Doc, man. Hopefully Doc is here and he'll tell me. But you slow MFers and in the back. Hold on. Hey Doc, baby. So I want to say the words, but I'm afraid to. But for you slow MFers in the back, it don't matter how long ago the text is from, cuz there's more, much more. The gig and the gimmick is up. Push and added Pusha T in the situation. Um, a mouth can tell lies, but eyes can't. Um, ain't that right? Ooh, he brought malice into it. Ain't that right, malice? I'm outside. And then hashtag I work for me. Consequences out here going ham right now. But I'm gonna tell you what I see in a second. So he was spotted in Manhattan, and he wasted no time labeling the Clip star Pusha TMZ for speaking badly about his main man, Ye. Um, we'll try not to be offended, but hey, it's Queens all day, and Khan says he's not for play. Consequence be getting on my nerves sometimes. This is one of them people I be talking about, though, that really not focused enough on the music and more focused on the messiness. Well, y'all might not remember because this was a while back, but when he was on Love and Hip Hop, him and Joe Biden's got into a little skerfuffle. I might have reported that. Maybe not. I don't know if I was doing a podcast then, but they had a little skerfuffle in the hallway at Hot. No, not even at Hot 97. It started at Hot 97, and then it trickled over onto the stage, and then outside the studio when they was having a reunion and all this stuff. This is why I feel the way I feel about Consequence. But anyway, the 192 Records boss is annoyed with Pusha over the series of interviews that blasted Ye's character during the rollout of his Let God Sort Him Out. Okay. Carnes tells us that Pusha's Yellow Diamond Look Like PP lyrics from the same from the song Ace Trumpets is toilet type trash, and he's confident he'll clear him in rapping ability any day of the week. This is why I feel the way I feel, Consequence. Fans will undoubtedly be the judge once Cons kicks off the battle. Child. Around the way with Caden. So his son, also see his son is growing up a little bit. Cons signs off with a shameless plug for 192 records artist Caden, the crowd holder, and Reese Around the Way duet that's dropping on Friday. Caden, if you don't know, is his son. So you know, that's his son. The problem that I have with Consequence, and I'm gonna be real with you, the problem that I have against Consequence is not that he's a bad rapper, because he's not, right? He say some stupid shit in his rhymes sometimes, but he's not a bad rapper. But Consequence does a lot more hating than he does putting himself out there. And I hate that whenever anybody thinks about him at this point, it's the messiness. It's not the skill. It's not his lyrical. Like, all right, if you're going to smash him, smash him. Don't talk about it. Don't do all of that. Just do it. And then let us be like, oh, snap. Consequence dropped a diss beef to Pusha T. Oh, my goodness. The lyrics was fire. We don't know that they're going to be fire, but you know what I'm saying? But I feel like he's just trying to ride the wave right now of what's going on with this whole Pusha T, Kendrick Lamar. Like, everybody picking their sides at this point. Everybody's picking their sides. And of course, he's saying he's picking the side of Kanye West, but um, I don't see how any of that has to do with him as a grown ass man. Like, I think if you're a grown ass man, then you can fight your own battles, Kanye West, in parentheses. And consequence, you look stupid for even jumping in, because this has nothing to do with you. And you don't know what they have personal going on for you to be jumping in the middle of it. Um, but I think right now, because everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing as far as hip hop is concerned, which is remembering that hip hop is a sport. So I'm interested to see how this sport plays out, this particular match plays out. But I digress. Um, I digress. I do. But yeah, I like what it's looking like on the hip hop scene right now. Everybody dropping, like, artists that I know that are dope MCs. They are dropping records, and it's looking good, and it's lyrical right now, and I love it. I love it. I'm saving that for last because I have to talk about some things that has to do with me as well. My immediate well being. But let's get into it. So this one's interesting. Oh, okay. So in this conversation, we're gonna talk about Jay Z, Dame Dash, and Amara Vera, and all of that good stuff because it's a conversation to be had. It is. It's a conversation to be had. So let me just read you the headline. On Rivera, Lance on Rivera, Jay Z says Jay Z's treatment of Dame Dash is some sucker shit. This is what he has to say. So we're gonna get into that real quick. Interesting stuff, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. Very interesting stuff. So Jay Z can add another patty onto his list to address when he releases new music. Um, Biggie's former business partner is holding him partially accountable for the downfall of Damon Dash. Um, Veteran music executive Lance Rivera recently sat down for a lengthy interview with the Art of Dialogue. You gotta check it out. Where he scolded Jay Z for his intense separation from Dame Dash after they built the Rockefeller Records legacy, and that sparked his mega stardom. Un, un. Okay, so unlabeled Jay Z behavior sucker shit and absolute put down from their era, but goes on even further and speculates that the notorious B.I. that notorious B.I.G. would never leave him hanging like Jay did Dame Dash. Yeah, that might be true, and but he's not. I'll get to that in a minute. Now, as been reporting, Dame Dash is in. Well, we've been reporting that the Dame Dash is in dire straits right now. The mogul owed the state of New York millions of dollars and is currently promoting his artist he dubbed as the white. I'm still mad at this statement, but the white lesbian Aaliyah. So yeah, um, I'm still upset. Like, dude, that's why I said that in itself. He needs to talk to somebody about that, like really badly. You could tell he not talking to somebody about this Aaliyah thing because it is She's haunting him, unfortunately. But Ann and Jay have a spotty history, and that's part of what I'm going to say when I finish this. Sparked by Ann being on the receiving end in 1999, at a 1999 nightclub stabbing incident, which led to the Rock Nation boss serving 3 years of probation. But Ann tells the podcast it wasn't Jay who actually did the piercing, which I've heard that a few times. Even in the diss, he he was like, "Your man's, you know what I mean, stab and let you take the blank, like let you take the fall." So I heard that, and then I heard it from Ein, and I heard it from several different sources. So I'm inclined to believe it. Ein says that Jay Z was says so Ein says the Jay-Z fight was over Charlie Baltimore. So he is saying that I've heard that too. So he's saying the fight was over Baltimore, who likely will be returning to the media space now that her name has been brought up. Okay, so he's saying it was over Charlie Baltimore. Even Cam said it was over Charlie Baltimore a while back. Listen, crazy. So Cameron, who was signed to Biggie and On at the time, also named Charlie. I told you, not bootlegging like everybody assumed that it was, because that's what we heard. Everybody, like, I remember hearing that they was like, oh, he stabbed him because he was, he was bootlegging his shit or whatever. But I, you know, industry people talking. They saying that was not the reason. The reason was because Jay was fucking with Charlie Baltimore, and she was hot, cozy with other people as the reason for the club clash. He also alludes to having a hand in the creation of Nas' iconic Jay-Z diss track "Ether," and also saved some shots to send in his own um, rival executive. So he saved some shots for Steve South. He sent some shots towards Steve South too. Um, Platinum producer Poke and Tone of the Trackmasters also got half of a bar. Now, Jay Z mentioned on Memphis Bleak's Ghost hit Dear Summer. I love that song. I still love that song. I still freaking love that song. Whatever, whoever was beefing. That's what I'm saying about hip hop. Like, it's a sport. You gotta understand. It could be a dangerous sport, but it's a sport. Um, so Jay Z raps, "Sorry Lance, I'm just trying to advance my quotes. I ain't making you the butt of my jokes," and unwarns everyone not to be mad when he starts repaying the favor with his projects. Oof. So he still got beef. I'm still in his feelings. So then they also have a clip of Myth Bleak saying Jay Z has been working a fourth quarter Hove album would heal me. Okay, whatever. It could still be a case of laugh now, cry later. According to Bleak, Jay's working on new tracks, and he clearly has much to say to rap about. So I don't know, but here's my thing about this whole Rivera statement, and I'm gonna say that who we on time. Okay, we get I I don't. Why are we talking about this now? The incident happened between you and Jay, and it looks like you still mad a little bit. The incident happened between you and Jay in 1999. Now, I get it. You got hit up, but you say that Jay didn't do it, so. But at the same time, men be serious about they ladies. And I don't know what I and Charlie had going on. And I heard about Jay-Z and Charlie too. Here's the thing, she was with Biggie first, so that looked crazy both ways anyway. Um, that Jay was messing with her and possibly Rivera was messing with her too. Like, that's crazy. Um, but Big was gone, so and Jay, it's always been alleged that Jay was always trying to take Biggie's spot. You feel me, so to speak, and walk in Biggie's shoes in every form of the fashion. So it's not surprising, but it is what it is. I heard some other things about that Jay and Charlie Baltimore situation too, but I can't confirm, so I'm not going to spread the rumors. But I heard some things. But it's crazy. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a good conversation to be having. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. The reason why I saved this story for last because it kind of goes with another story, which hits home hard. So Ghostface Killer said Trump shaking up Section 8's a bad move. But hey, voters made him the prez. That's what Ghostface had to say. They called him Ghostface and his living his best life right now. And so, he was asked what he thought about this whole Trump situation. And so Ghost kicks off the album Wax and Politics via the track Iron Man. So fake Democrats, Badre blowing at, okay, Bond daggers blowing at Trump. Straight up tells us that America people got what they voted for. And I will say, I ain't gonna say all American people got what they voted, so I can agree with Ghost halfway. Because everybody didn't get what they voted for. I didn't vote for that man, but other people did. So now we're here. We're in a situation where he is the president. Unfortunately, he's doing a lot of things that are crazy and that really are fucking up the country. Like, fucking up the country. And the reason why I saved this for last because it transitioned into another thing that's actually happening right now. I was able to, it affects my city. Well, in DC, as we know, um, they got the National Guard out there in the streets, and it's crazy, and people feel some kind of way about it. So they deployed the National Guard in DC. Um, and my governor, the governor of my state, I'm not gonna say my governor, but the governor of my state says that the deployment of the National Guard to DC is deeply disrespectful to the Guard members. So Governor Westmore, which is the governor of the state of Maryland, on Sunday lists the reasons why he opposes President Trump's deployment of the National Guard troops in Washington D.C., including his seeing it as disrespectful to the Guard members. Early this month, Trump administration began surging federal law enforcement across parts of the nation's capital to crack down on what the White House said was an unacceptable level of crime, despite statistics showing that violent crimes has declined in the city. So last week, Trump took federal control of the Metropolitan Police Department. That's just crazy, which has never been done, by the way, by any president. But he took control of the Metropolitan Police Department and deployed hundreds of National Guard troops across the city to further crack down on crime. Now, Westmore, in a Sunday interview with CBS News Face the Nation with Margaret Brennan, said that there would be plenty of reasons why he would oppose the deployment, including that it is unsustainable, not scalable, and unconstitutional. All true statements. All true statements. The fourth reason is because it's deeply disrespectful to the members of the National Guard, Moore said. As someone who actually deployed overseas, who's actually been deployed overseas and served my country in the combat, to ask these men and women to do a job that they're not trained for is just deeply disrespectful. I get that. I could dig that. But then in return, Trump takes to Truth Social because he don't like what Westmore, because he never likes anybody opposing anything that he has to say or any decisions that he makes, because he feels like he has the power to make those type of decisions. Okay, so Trump suggests that he could bring his takeover efforts to the other Democratic-led cities, including Baltimore, which he called in Truth Social posts on Sunday out of control and crime-ridden. He also slammed Moore in his post for asking the president to come walk the streets with us, saying he needs to rethink his decision to give money to repairing the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which collapsed during after being struck by a cargo ship. I know y'all remember that. It was crazy. It was just like crazy. I've never seen anything like that in my life, and especially in my city. Well, I've never seen anything like that in my city before. But Governor Westmore of Maryland has asked in a rather nasty and provocative tone that I walk the streets of Maryland with him, Trump wrote. I assume he was asking me about out of control crime rate in Baltimore. Oh, I hate this man. As president, I would much rather prefer that he clean up the crime disasters before I go for a walk. Mm. Mm. He also accused Moore of having a very bad record in his handling of crime, and the state offered to send troops to the state if he needs help, like Gavin Newscomb did in LA. Moore on Sunday touted Baltimore's decline in crime and in the past few years, but also said that it's still a work in progress. It's still work we got to do. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Baltimore is, yeah, it's getting better, but it's also what it is. We know what it is. Um, they put it on all the, like, this is, in their opinion, is one of the worst places to be. I couldn't get it out. I was getting tongue tied because it's like, oh, it made me feel some kind of way about it. Um, and I always tell people, when you from Baltimore, I mean, it's a lot that needs to be worked on. A lot. A lot. But I also feel like the mayor of Baltimore is trying. I don't know how much, like, you know, they serve terms. So he's trying to do some things, I guess, to make the city better. And actually, yeah, the crime rate has gone down in Baltimore over the last year. So that's a good thing, and we got a lot more work to do. But at the same time, it's not the worst place to live. I promise you. I've lived here since I was 8, and I'm about to be 46 in September. And I'm okay. I turned out okay. I live in a nice, decent house. I don't live in the city per se anymore, but it costs an arm and a leg to live, because this what people need to understand about the state of Maryland is it is one of the richest states in the whole United States of America. It's one of the richest states. It's a very wealthy state. Um, and it costs a lot to live in Baltimore City. Now, and I always had to sort of like, why would you pay rent to live in a very expensive when you could just pay a mortgage? You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? But it's not as bad as you think. I mean, it has its issues, but we here. And for somebody who refuses to walk in the city, refuses to like, you have a lot of room to run your mouth. And also, sir, if you don't fix that key bridge, it's going to hurt the economy, as if you care, because you're already hurting the economy. But that is a major bridge. That bridge helps with imports and exports. That bridge does a lot more than just sit there and be a bridge. You don't fix that bridge, it hits America deep, because I remember Baltimore is a port city. We do ship and intake goods and disseminate them throughout the United States. But because you don't like what he said, now you don't, well, you might not contribute to the fixing of that bridge. That makes you un-American, because that bridge is a part of our structure and how we live and how we maintain and our life cycle. Like, you playing with a lot of people's lives, sir. You are. And you think it's fun. You think it's funny. Like, you could tell you enjoy it. You're playing with millions of people's lives. Millions, if not billions, of people's lives, because you don't even only affect us here, you affect other people. Yo, I've read something earlier. This is one more thing, because I had a lot on my chest today. Um, Even when it comes down to international postal services, and that's where I can just take that. International postal services, they have suspended. Hold on. Hold on, because I'm gonna. They have suspended. Um, hold on. They have suspended transport in certain said countries to the United States. Yeah, let me get to it. I got you. See, I get these alerts because I'm very inclined to find out. But let's get into it. So, international postal services, including some in Europe and India, are currently suspending shipments to the United States due to confusion and lack of clarity from the United States government regarding the new rules for collecting import duties and required data for parcels. Why are we going through this? You're fucking up a lot of people's lives, and I just need you to know that you're doing that. So like, it's crazy out here right now, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself, but you're not. You're not. Um, you're not. You just gonna keep doing it until you get impeached, where they kick you out of office for good. Um, the one thing might happen, but I don't want that to happen to nobody. So, but you know what the one thing is, the hitters. Um, or we just gotta wait it out until we can get you the hell out of here. But now you understand where Ghostface is coming from when he said you elected this man in here. We didn't elect him, but other parties elected him in here, and he's not helping any of you. Not one soul is he helping other than himself and the people that surrounds him. He's not helping us. But I digress. I don't digress, but I'm gonna digress this evening. Because if I talk about why are we going through this, it's like he's purposely turning the United States into a third world. He wants to. Y'all need to think about it. Y'all need to think about it. But anyway, listen, it's time for me to get to this love because this man is doing some things that I just don't know where we're going to be in a few years from now. I just don't know. Listen, we got a new country alert. I'm gonna tell y'all that first, but I want to show love to anybody who's watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. I love you. Or Rumble. Sorry, Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. I love you, Rumble. Thank you. But anybody watching from any of those platforms, I love you so much and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your love and support. You guys are amazing. Um, you guys are amazing. Ain't you Big Bear? You guys are amazing. But it is time for me to show some other kind of love, man. I love y'all, man. Oh, thanks, Doc. I appreciate it. It's time for me to show some other love. This love is love from our listening audience. They come from far and wide. They are all over the place, and we love them. We adore them so much, and that's why I've come to show my love. I love them. And the love notes is a perfect way to do that. It's perfect. It's the perfect opportunity. How do we come up with the name Love Notes? Well, I used to call it love. Doc used to call it show notes. I was not going to call it that, but we bickered back and forth. We bickered back and forth, and then we came to the compromise that we would call the love notes. And how do we come to that compromise? Well, we finally realized that there's no love without compromise. So now we just call it love notes, and I'm gonna call it that forever. I'm very happy this evening because we have a new country on the list, but we'll get to it in a second. Doc also said I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I did not. It was a lot of papers. Listen, oh, Sean Tall Cat found a clipboard. Found a clipboard. I found a clipboard. We don't do this anymore. We don't do this anymore. We've gone green because we love the earth. Now we do the it's love, it's all love. I thank you all for the love. You guys are amazing. Shout out to the top 60 United States, the United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, Belgium, specifically Brussels. I love you guys so much. I do, man. Thank you for the love and support. You guys are amazing. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, babies. I love you. Thank you for the love. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, babies. Thank you for the love. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this list. Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, Sweden, Bangladesh, and Latvia. Hi, thanks for the love. Thanks, babes. Thank you so much. When this is all over, I'm coming to see some of y'all because thanks for the love, man. You guys are extraordinary and it's just amazing. Hungary, Greece, Denmark, Jamaica. I got you, Jamaica. I got you. One time for the one time. One time. Hold on. Slovakia, Ukraine, and Peru. Hi, booze. I love you. Last but not least, Italy, Egypt, Malta, Tanzania, Cambodia, Colombia, and Trinidad, Tobago. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm so excited to see that on the list. That's crazy work to me, but I love it. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. Welcome. I'm gonna throw a horn for y'all too. Hold on. Welcome. Hi. I hope that you like what you hear and you come back and stuff. Thanks. All that stuff and stuff. Yeah, big shout out to Trinidad Tobago. Um, listen, and shout out to a lot of these countries because I see y'all over there at the radio station listening. Thank you. We got some good stuff and we've been adding music on a regular lately. So it's a lot more music on there. Just go enjoy. Turn the music on and vibe. That's all. Vibe is something over there for everybody. And you get to hit the mixes that we drop every Friday. But man, I'm just letting y'all know. Man, I'm just letting y'all know. Every Friday, new mix. That's why we always got something playing on the radio station. Because every Friday, new mix. Let's go. Shout out to DJ Ruth Casey. Let me get to that in a minute. Oh man. It's school time, so I'm gonna try to be on time this evening. I don't want to rush y'all, but I got responsibilities and stuff. But let me say this to you. Join the conversation. You can do that by calling in the numbers 443-551-5963. 443-551-5963, man. Do that. Holla at your girl. You can text us. You can call us. You can drop a comment. We got you. We gonna hold it down. We gonna hold it down. Listen, I keep telling y'all, it's a million ways to reach me. A million ways to reach me. Pick one. Pick one. Look, pick one. You got all these options. Hit us up. We can talk about some things. All of these options going over there. Hit us up. Hit us up. Hit us up. But immediate gratification. Hit us up, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, or you can hit us up at Gmail, ambitiously the podcast at gmail.com, ambitiously the podcast at gmail.com. Again, you want to help us out while we build some things over here, hit us up. Hit us up on Cash App, $ capital A, but it's ambitiously ENT, baby. I'm also on Venmo at ambitiously ENT, baby. It's always ambitiously ENT. You better know that. You better know that for sure. And check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And while you're over there, join our coffee community because you should. You absolutely should. You should. And I'm going to tell you why. I want you to join so we can have salacious, titillating, and taboo conversations. Yeah, for sure. I mean, salacious. And also, I want you to join over there so there's no censorship for me, or at least follow us on Rumble. There's no censorship there. I can say whatever the fuck I feel like saying, and nobody can stop me. Yes, I curse like a sailor, but everything that I say has meaning and purpose, and so sometimes you just gotta deal with a little curse word or two. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Some of the stuff I read, it causes me to want to say curse words. Sorry. But anyway, go over there to the website. Check it out. Some interesting things going on over there. Anyway, big shout out to our DJ Root KZ. Root KZ. Hey babes. Listen, he is excellent DJ. I've known this gentleman for years, but as far as professionalism, I give him that. You feel me? Like I give him that. I get my email every week. I do, and that man works hard. I'm quite sure he got a personal life. I don't know nothing about that, but what I do know is this: he holds it down for us, and so we are grateful for DJ Rukazi. He does a Fire Friday mix every Friday. We get one every week, and they're impeccable, and we just appreciate his outstanding work. So big shout out to DJ Rick Casey. Don't play with that boy. Nope. Leave him alone. Child, leave him alone. Not DJ Rick. Don't do him, boo. Do not do him. He hold us down. Oh, for sure. Let's see what Doc has said. Doc has said, top flight, catch the vibes. You heard the word. I'm just saying, I just come bearing them. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just coming to deliver the messages that come to me. Doc has said, worldwide, when folks know, stop trying. Wait. I didn't get all that. Stop trying to be hard. Yeah. Cut it out. Cut it. Ha! I love this message right here. Doc had said, hit that like button. Hit the like button. Tune in. Live show. Radio show. Let me put that back on the screen for a minute. Live show, radio show, and get the app for sure. My name is Kat Lee Woo, and I approve this message. Yeah, I do. We got to narrow down these offices, though. I don't think I can run to them all at one time, though, Doc. But yes, my name is Kat Lee Woo, and I approve this message. For sure. Thank you, Doc, babes. Thanks. This industry is a crazy industry. And those who get caught up in it, some make it out, some don't. And I feel like Lord Nas X ain't making it out of this unscathed at all. He's already spiraling. And that's that. That's that. Like, this is sad though. But we knew it was coming because of all of the things he was doing leading up to this moment. So it is what it is. Sad though. Real sad. As far as the other things we talked about, the young Dolph accused who got off a couple of days ago. I think he's making a very wise decision by getting up out of here because it ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. And I just don't feel like you're gonna be safe. Consequence, baby. Get in the booth. Get in the booth. Shut up and get in the booth. That's how I feel about you. And I don't know what's going on right now and what you feeling towards Jay-Z, but it's crazy work. And Ghostface, I definitely agree with you to some extent. Because they did elect that man, and now look at what he's doing. Nothing for anybody. Like nobody is being looked after. It's not us that are the concern when it comes to this country right now. And it's sad. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's not us that are cared about. It's them and their silly little games. It's sad, really. Anyway, but yeah, I agree. And sir, I don't know. I also, let me say this: when it comes to you deploying the National Guard to these cities, first of all, I don't think that you have enough funds and resources to keep that going. Having how long will you have them on the streets? See, there's a lot of things that need to be factored in. Then you need to give them supplies. You got to make sure that they got what they need, they're paid, and all of that stuff. That costs money, sir. And we're already in a rut. Remember, you messed up the economy. Eggs are an arm and a leg now. Bread also. Like, remember you did that? So you deploy these people, and they just, I don't, it's stupid. Your logic is stupid, but then again, nothing about anything that you've ever said has made any sense to me. So it is what it is. It's just stupid. It's dumb. It's just dumb, dumb, dumb. Oh, I got a bling. Thank you for my bling, Doc. Thank you for my bling, babes. But yeah, stupid. I just don't understand. But now it is time for me to say the things that I say at the end of every show because I love you guys and I want us all to live a safe and happy and fulfilled life. Yes, the message could be a little rough around the edges, but it all boils back down to happiness, self love, and care, and dedication. So it's time for me to say the things that I need to say. Like, mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business. Some business you just should not be involved in. But on a Media Monday, though, you should definitely be here minding some business with me because I'm nosy and I want y'all to be nosy with me. It's fun. It's fun. But other than that, mind your business. Now, to tap in, I try not to tell people's business, but sometimes it's warranted. It's not intentional, but it's warranted. And so, yeah, it might slip every now and again, but I try not to do it on purpose. Okay. Um, the wiretap, if you have a court case and I'm in any way intrigued and I can pull it, um, and I can pull it, and you happen to be a foul, depraved, sinister, heinous, disgusting, diabolical, dumbass, ignorant, idiot, stupid, jackass. The last person I read the story about, yeah. Um, any of those things, and you have a court case, and I can pull it. I'm going to pull it, and we are going to read it because you shouldn't be any of those things. And, oh, and I almost forgot Doc's infamous word, which is insidious. If you are any of those things, we read your court case. I want you to know. So just prepare this public record. I'm just good at finding them. I just want you to know we're reading it. Okay? Okay. Um, yeah. Wet and Wire, that's more in me and Doc's business. More of a debriefing than anything else. We need to debrief after some of these cases. Ciao. And I feel like the only fair thing to do is I'm going to keep telling people's businesses. I should probably tell a little bit of my business. I feel like it's fair. Cattails coming. Oh my gosh. That's coming next. We already posted our first episode of um the blueprint. And another one will be coming later on this week. And hopefully, fingers crossed, first episode of Cattails will be here this week too. But if you do make it on the episode of Cattails, let me just say this to you, my friend, my friend, my friend. Well, you're not my friend. I changed everybody's names, so nobody's names are public, the real people anyway. The only way that they know that it's you is if you run your mouth. If you get online and you start talking trash, or if you call me and start talking trash, I'm going to expose who you are. But other than that, I wouldn't do it. If you hadn't started bothering me, then it wouldn't have happened. But you run your mouth, they'll know it's you. And as Doc would say, a hit dog will holler. Well, bitch, holler, because the story is getting told. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm telling the story. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. But anyway, mind your business. Love your babies. Hug your babies. Tell your babies they are the most incredible, extraordinary babies ever. Give them that love. Let them know. They need to know that. It is your job as a parent to let them know that. It's your job. Do it. Do it. School has started back up and they need us more now than ever. Let them babies know that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all times. Let them know. It's your job as a parent. It's your job. It is. Um, if they want to be an astronaut, listen, if they want to work for NASA, tell them to be about astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, whatever the hell else they do over there at NASA. I don't know. I've never worked there. Not one day in my life did I ever work at NASA. I don't know what they do in there, but they do great things apparently. Um, apparently, I don't know what's going on. Okay. So we good. Um, listen, whatever. I don't know. Get yourself a telescope, a good one, not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows with you perv, you peeping Tom, or you nosy ass. Get a good one. High net geo. I swear I got mine. Get a good one. It requires a little bit of assembly. Comes with scopes, beams, lenses. Some of them come with apps. Mine does. Um, Put it together. Go outside and discover some stuff with your babies, especially right now, because before the winter come. I don't know. You can discover some stuff in the winter time. But discover some stuff with the babies. Get out there, get active. You might discover a comet, an asteroid, a meteor. I hope all of which are going past you and not coming towards you because that is frightening. Most frightening thing I could think of. To see coming just barreling at you like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. Nothing. There's nothing you really can do at that point. You done. Um, a planet that they say is not a planet no more, but this a planet, in my opinion. I don't care what they say. You made me build a solar system. It was a planet then. It's going to be a planet forever. K. Maybe a UFO. Listen, if by chance you do encounter a UFO and they beam you up, this message is not necessarily for you. It is for the beings that beam you up or down, because I don't know which one it is anymore. But here's the message. I do not want to be beamed up and I do not want to be probed. The only way I'm going is if you got a better planet than this planet. Otherwise, leave me alone. I don't want to go. Hell no, I won't go. Hell no, I won't go. I don't want to go. No. Now, I do have a right. She's plump for the picking. Neighbor that you could get. Um, get her. Get her. She might need to go. But other than that, just leave me where I am. I'd rather suffer than to be going through stuff, and then the next thing you know, they be like, it didn't happen, but it really happened. Crazy stuff. But anyway, um, but yeah, if they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be best NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, engineer, whatever the hell else they do over there in NASCAR. I don't know. Never worked there either. But what I do know is they have a need for speed. And at one point in time, the muscle car was king, and I will always love the muscle car. I will. They said put the pedal to the metal. They was not talking about this fiberglass bullshit y'all driving right now. They was talking about muscle cars. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. Obsession is real. Um, but whatever the case, whatever it is that they want to do, encourage them babies, have their backs. I don't care how old they are either. Grown. Like, have their backs. Just be a great parent. Be the best parent you can be anyway. It's time for your fair warning. I give this I give this because I want you to take heed. I do. Here you go.
The following moments may contain explicit language.
It's no may in it's gonna happen, but I just feel like the only fair thing to do is just to let you know it's gonna happen. So here we go. Stay the fuck in your lane. Your lane, my lane, not the fucking same. Your lane is over there, my lane is over here. Stay in your lane and everything is cool. I promise you. You jump in my lane, you're gonna get something that you do not want. I can promise you, don't break the fucking glass and don't fucking push the button. Two things, because when you do that, then she's coming out and you don't want her. Trust me. Stay in your lane. She is not nice. She is not sweet. She is not fucking kind. She is none of those things. You don't want her. You want her. She is nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly. She is. Plus, when you get her, hold on, let me get right, because I know my baby got me. I know my baby got me. He always hold a girl down, and I love him for that. I know. See, I know it. I know it. You get a 2-for-1 special. You get her too. Hey, you big purr bitches. Hey, you big purr bitches. What is understood is that when cat is purring, cat is a happy, happy girl. You want the meow. You want the purr. You don't want the roar. Because when the roar comes out, that's a whole nother monster. I told you, she's none of those things. And I can't control her once she comes out. She just gotta let herself fizzle down. Like she has to control. It's nothing y'all can do once she come out. Plus, what usually happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision. Unfortunately, I don't need that for myself. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for we. So just stay in your lane, and everything is copacetic, baby. I'm trying to make sure everybody is good and what this needs to be understood is understood. Um, Pick and choose your battles wisely. Oh my gosh, it's getting worse and worse for Petty Boots, Baby Caligula, Little Boots, aka Drake. It's getting worse, but he did not heed my warning. This is why I give these warnings. Pick and choose your battle. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. Some battles you just gotta be like, you know what? You know what? All right, you win. You got that. That's you all day. Have that. I don't want it. But no, people keep going and pushing and pushing and pushing. And then the next thing you know, a hell breaks loose. Now people catching you outside of family court rooms for hearings. We don't know what the hearing is, but they'll catch you out there, sketch artists and stuff, drawing you and the young lady and catching you on camera. Is what Kendrick said the truth? Because he said what you said was a lie. Sorry, I needed some water. He said you lied. I say you lied too. You lied. You lied. You lied. So is the kid you having another kid might not be 11-year-old though, but you have another kid. You why are you in family court in Toronto? Sophie lives in France. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And Adonis looks well taken care of, so I don't think she got you in court. So who got you in court? So sorry. Now you got 2 court battles you fighting. It's crazy. But some people are not of the culture or nor for the culture. And you, sir, happen to be one of them. Plus you lied. You said that you studied rap battles for a living. You said that you studied hip hop. Well then if you did, then you would know that Mobb Deep I was listening to this song early on my walk. Mobb Deep said a long time ago that there's a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. They said that you can run, but you can't hide forever. Petty Boots. In these streets that we done took, Baby Caligula, aka Little Boots. They said, Drake, you walking with your head down, scared to look, you shook, cause ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Mama say, Mama sama maku sa. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. I know, Doc, but I don't care. I'm gonna say that for the forever because that's always what I that's it's just what it is. Okay, okay. But you lied. You lied, and you need to cut it out. Get your life together. You got a lot to repair. I think maybe you should really heed my advice and take a little vacation just to get some things in order, and then come back and figure it out. You know what I mean? I think you should. I think you should take your time on it, brother. Take your time. Um, Sheesh. Listen, be you. Be authentically you, though. Be genuinely you. Be who you actually are. Although it may not be liked by all, one thing that I can always say is that I'm always me. I'm not being somebody else. And listen, even if they say they hate the way that you talk, the way that you, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, and the way that you dress, two of them things you can't really concern yourself with. The way you walk is the way you walk. If you're a weird dresser, be the best weird dressing motherfucker on this planet. I promise you. I like people that set trends, not follow trends anyway. Um, but you can help talking and in different aspects, meaning you cannot be out here, the words of the infamous Dame Dash, being a chatty patty. You cannot be having court cases when you engaged in the battle. You cannot be like, it's a lot of things you cannot be doing. So that you can fix. And so for that, I say fix that, but all the rest, just let it be. It's what that's what makes you you. And remember, what they eat don't make you shit, and what you eat don't make them shit either. But be you, be the real you. Uh Listen, you can't make anybody happy because happiness starts within. I promise you, it starts within. Once you find your inner happiness, then everything is everything. Now, once you find yours, you can sprinkle your happy juices on the other people. Oh, I hate saying that, but you could do that. But if they're not willing to be happy within, they won't. Your juices won't work. Okay, so it starts within. You came in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself, baby. Even if you are a twin, except for the other situation, I don't know how that works, and I'm not gonna speculate because I'm not a doctor. But you came in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself. It's just the way it is. Um, no matter how hard you try to fix whatever the battle is, the beef is that you're going through with them, if they have real beef, you're not gonna fix it. They'll find something else to nitpick about anyway. And you know the saying, misery loves company. And I'm telling that bitch, you better get back. Not over here, not I, said the cat. I don't do miserable. I don't do that. I'm not going. I'm not going at all. And lastly, dream big. Dream so big that your dreams exceed the universe and hop into another dimension. That's how big I want you to dream. And then once you realize and visualize the dream, baby, plan and execute, because that's the only way it's happening. It only happens with hard work. Don't give up. You got this. You got this. Don't give up. You got it. All right. That message is not just for y'all, it's for me too. Yeah, don't give up. You got it. Um, okay. So with that being said, y'all, I love y'all. I gotta get out of here. I gotta prepare for school in the morning. Um, be safe. Stay out of trouble. If you are gonna get into trouble, just make sure you got a hell of a lawyer, a good one, and a lot of money on retainer, um, because you're gonna need it. But other than that, stay out of trouble though. Don't get into no trouble. And I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow for the tap in. Good night. Good night. I love you. Bye. I gotta go. I gotta be a mom. Adulting is ghetto. I love you. I love you. So it is. It's a really ghetto thing, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Good night.